What are some of the factors that Washington state courts consider while determining custody arrangements or parenting time? It's always going to be whatever's in the best interest of the child. But what does that mean? Well, it could mean a lot of different things based upon their age and development. If you have a very young child, maybe one that's nursing, it might be in the best interest of the child to spend more time with the mother. If you have an older child, maybe a more difficult child, he may need some male influence. Ultimately, the court's going to go back and look at what is in the best interest on a case-by-case basis. This is not a one-size-fits-all solution. How does the child's relationship with each parent affect custody? Ultimately, it probably shouldn't. The reason for that is one parent may have more of a lax household than the other parent. The other parent might be a little stricter. And so if we allow the children to pick who they want to spend their time with, one of the parents, even though they may be a wonderful parent, may not get as much time as he or she should get. Although in special cases, based upon older children, a court may consider the children's wishes, generally the courts will not base it on where the child wants to reside. How does the mental and physical health of a parent affect parenting time decisions? I want to speak mainly to the mental health. If you have a parent who does not have the capacity or has a lessened capacity, maybe due to substance abuse issues, alcoholism, or something else, a court will definitely take that into account when determining who should exercise how much time and when. Additionally, because courts do not like to take kids away from parents, they may go to a supervised visitation where you have an independent third party making sure that everything that's going on with the child is above board. Physical health is a little different. It is not at all common for a court to make placement or reduce time for a parent simply because of physical disabilities. Just because one parent may not be able to do as much with the child physically as the other parent, it does not mean that that parent cannot be an effective co-parent and love that child. How does a child's preference of a parent affect parenting time decisions? Short answer, it shouldn't. However, there are some cases where maybe the child's a little bit older and they can essentially talk about a preference and a court may consider it. But at the end of the day, generally, courts do not take into account where the child wants to reside and who they want to spend their time with. How do Washington state courts consider parental involvement when putting together a parenting plan? And the short answer is they do. They don't want to upset the status quo. So if you have one parent that consistently takes all the children to all their appointments, or is consistently maybe taking the children to all the practices, or take them to school all the time, these are all things that a court can consider when determining what the proper parenting plan may look like.